Hello, humans and conversationalists all along the World Wide Web. Thank you for tuning in. Well, today's video is DSP got me in trouble. That's right. I failed my social media audit, as you well know. And the one that did it, when there was other videos, but the one that was flagged first was the DSP video that I had made. Actually, two of them. What you're seeing on screen is a copy of the online harassment policies of Wisconsin. Not that I violated them, right, or anything like that, because I was talking about public events, but that made my company say we're not comfortable with that, and that's all they have to say. I'm not going to go against the grain. I'm not going to do anything. If they're not comfortable, boom, then it's out of there. As you can see, I've deleted many of my videos. Many of my most popular videos are completely gone, and it completely has to do with work. All right, guys, and I'm sharing this video so you guys have a clearer understanding, number one. Number two is that you understand what the ramifications could be depending on what type of line you're working, right? Any company has these type of policies because of state requirements, because of federal requirements, along with the company's policies. So there's three things that I have to follow. The policy on this new company is not to comment on any individual that is not a public figure. And even if it is a public figure, it has to be a conversation within the ramifications of the business decisions they take, right? So I can have, I want to say what the job of the new CEO of Disney is doing, or, Tommy Tallarico's job as a former CEO, things like that. Nothing can be personal and nothing can be repetitive. I can't do those things. I can't engage on a back and forth with any particular individual. That's off limits. I can't comment on any particular individual, criticizing for any reason, pretty much. So if I can't criticize DSP, which is the one that they, in fact, if you can't criticize DSP, you know what kind of level of scrutiny I'm in. So if you look, for example, at the Amico videos, they all have to do with the agents of the company, employees of the company, or Tommy Tallarico, and criticizing them on their business decisions that they've taken. And that's what I've always done. So those videos are perfectly fine. That's not a problem. But DSP is an individual. Even if I try to make the argument he has a setup as a business, yada, 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 well, the fact is that I'm telling other people what questions to ask them in order to make them uncomfortable. So that right there, they're not comfortable with. It doesn't cross the line because DSP is a company, but I'm not going to go against their wishes. Not with this paycheck. If they say something if they see something there, have a question on it, it's gone. And this is where you have to be careful if you're in this kind of position, because not everybody is subject to these type of agreements. They could be in an industry and nobody cares. It could be somebody that has their own business that starts something with you, right? And then you're going back and forth with a person, and somebody, maybe a third person that doesn't like you, goes and says, hey, this guy's engaging in this, and you did, right? The other person is not bound by any of those regulations or any of those agreements you made at work, but you are. So even though you feel you're in the right by, answering the person and attacking them in the same way, you're still in the wrong per your regulations. So you can actually be baited into getting yourself into trouble. Even though morally you might feel that you're in the right, you could still get in trouble at work. It's better not even to engage, guys. As hard as it is, if it's for the benefit of yourself and your family, you just have to bite the bullet. As we all know, all the mistakes happen on a live stream, right? There's things that I can't comment on. I can't comment on, for example, my coworkers. I can't criticize them for anything, period. There's no criticism. I can't criticize, for example, a customer. Can't say anything about him, period. And this is where I need to be absolutely 100% clear, because as you know, there's a lot of people in this community that like to say, this meant that, or this message should have been for some other person. I am not commenting on any individual, period. It doesn't matter if I agree with them. It doesn't matter if I don't agree with them. Nothing that will be on this channel will be directed towards any individual at any time. Anybody that says different is completely wrong. The only content that's going to be on this channel is going to be video game nostalgia related, period. Any people criticized will be public figures, heads of companies criticized for business purposes, and give my opinion as far as the business. That's it. There will be no personal observations, talking about, or anything else. There are no other channels that I'm making. I won't be commenting on anybody else's channel that makes that type of content. If you'll see any comments of mine, the only ones that are going to be mine are the ones that are going to be saying good job maybe on the happy console gamer or something like that. But anything that has to do with drama type content, you're not going to see me on. I'm never going to be on there, whether it's a live stream, whether it's the comment section, whether it's the live chat. I'm never going to be on there. Hey, I know some of you, I know you love that type of stuff, right? I get it. I understand it. I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to give it to you, but it's for the benefit of my family. Right? It really is. I love talking smack. But believe you me, there is a number for everybody, right? If they show you a number that you like in order for you to shut up, then you just shut up. You might have to bite the bullet a little bit, but in the end, if it's for your benefit, do whatever's right for you and your family. This is not financial or legal advice, of course, but I'm just telling you what I'm going through. But I can't put myself in a position where I give somebody else the opportunity to affect my career negatively. Not for these kind of checks. If I was working at McDonald's, and it'd be a whole different thing. I'd tell you, what, screw it. I'm going to go, I'm going in raw. All right, guys, so to pull it up in a nice little ball for you, this is it. This is the only channel I'm going to be on. There's no other alternate channels. This channel is it. I'm not going to be commenting on anybody's video or talking about any particular individual. If you want to know my opinions on anything that I want to talk about, it's going to be on here, and this is the only place that it's going to be at. The Twitter is down, as you know. Most of you may know already. Will there be another Twitter? Yes, but just to talk about the videos that are going to be out, just to promote the videos, basically, and talk to people that are in the same realm. Nothing that has to do with controversy or anything that I can't talk about per the company regulations, just so we're crystal clear. Again, I'm never going to speak on a particular individual for any reason, right? And that's just it. You guys want that type of content, you have to go somewhere else, or better yet, create your own. Many of the comments that a lot of people left are good enough to be subjects of other videos. The blueprints are out there now. Think about the things that you enjoyed and just expand on that. Be your own creator, right? The type of content I do is not for everybody, and it's certainly not going to get the kind of views that type of content does. But if you enjoy that, hey, the future's bright, man. You can do whatever you want, and you can entertain even more people than I could ever do doing that type of content, probably, because a lot of your comments were right on point. They're actually really funny. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoy the content moving forward. Remember, it's just going to be safe for work kind of stuff. Really vanilla, but hopefully entertaining for you. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.